Let's go. Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, PeaceLoveMusic, with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our awesome friends over at BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Wednesday, the 21st of May. Another month flying by. I say that every day because I'm just amazed at how fast time is moving. Boy, was yesterday a great day. If you're in the Stacks ecosystem, if you're pro Bitcoin and interested in added functionality and improved performance of Bitcoin proper, the Stacks roadmap developments are huge, and I have more to say about that in a minute. But it is Wednesday, hump day. Whoop whoop. What's up, everybody? Friendly reminder: Chads, share the live stream. It helps us grow. We do this every morning. We bring all the news. We compile all the news of what's going on in the ecosystem, all the financial news, and we bring it to one place for you to catch it daily. And to also support all the people building amazing products and amazing developments in the Stacks and Bitcoin and crypto space. So share out the stream. It really helps us grow. And we are doing well. We're doing well. We're super excited about where we are. We're excited about things to come on the website. If you haven't yet, get over to the DeOrganized.media website, set up your account. There will be benefits to being early. There's going to be a lot more going on over there, and we're really excited about that. Friendly reminder, this is a news and information show. We're providing news and information, hopefully some entertainment, but never financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. And that goes with anything. Crypto, Bitcoin, whatever, any investments, or even if you're going into business and you have money you can't afford to lose, that's not money to put into your business. You always got to pay yourself first, is something they say. You want to make sure you can pay your bills, or there won't be a business anyway. So everything, you just pay yourself. Don't invest money you cannot afford to lose, and always do your own research. We're going to provide you with some information with which you can weigh your decisions on, but ultimately it's up to you to figure it out for yourself as to what your risk tolerance is and what you want to do. That all being said, Bitcoin coming in at 106,671 as of about half an hour ago or so. I haven't looked at it in the last few minutes, but that's very healthy. I think it got very close to the 108 number. It looks like we're doing strong. Stacks coming in at 90 cents, 90.78. So also up from yesterday's low. Yesterday's lower retest back into that sub 85 cent range. So a nice big move for Stacks. Moving up to number 60 by market cap in CoinMarketCap. Fear and Greed Index on CoinMarketCap is coming in at 69, still squarely in that greed range. Very healthy looking to me. And the top three gainers on CoinMarketCap for the last 24 hours are Pi Token, FET, used to be Fetch AI, and now it's Global Super Intelligence or something like that. I forget what their name, they renamed it, something probably too long. And Trump Token are the top three token gainers on CoinMarketCap for the last 24 hours. Stack STX, Earn BTC. That's the fundamental use case for Stacks. It's part of the proof of transfer protocol process which ties Stacks to the Bitcoin blockchain. All of the Stacks transactions are secured by Bitcoin chain finality. And SBTC is programmable Bitcoin for DeFi. Stacks has fast, low-fee transactions, proof of transfer security, and native Bitcoin rewards. Tell your friends. In the Stacks DeFi space, Hermetic is offering 12% yield on USDH. USDH is a dollar stablecoin backed by Bitcoin. You can earn 12% on a dollar stablecoin over at Hermetica today. And they have over $5.5 million total value locked on the platform and growing. Use cases for Hermetica are growing throughout the Stacks ecosystem. Huge shout out to them. DCA into Bitcoin, Stacks, runes, and more effortlessly at Bitflow.finance. And now Flex pools allow users to provide liquidity in any ratio while benefiting from ultra-low slippage. Velar Perp Dex is live. Now you can engage in perp trading, stake your Velar, pair your favorite tokens with SBTC, earn yield, and trade Stacks tokens on Velar. Surge 4 is live on Alex. Provide liquidity to SBTC pairs, vote on pools, and earn rewards as Bitcoin DeFi heats up on Stacks. Don't miss your chance to shape the future of decentralized finance. Registration ends May 29th, so head on over to Alex Lab app.alexlab.co to get started on that. I think it's /surge, but I'm not positive. I didn't double check. Zest is offering 4.41% yield on SBTC. That's right. You can get 4.41% yield on your Bitcoin over at Zest Protocol. Today's highest yield at Zest, I actually didn't double check this, so I'm going to not give a highest yield at Zest. USDA has been pulling a high yield lately, but I think I skipped over that one today. And so I'm not going to say what the highest yield over at Zest is. You'll have to go over to Zest Protocol and check them out. Over at StackingDAO, you can earn 7.46% on your STX by and liquid stacking it with STSTX. So then you can go deploy your STSTX over at Zest and earn more yields, or in flex pools over at Bitflow. Or you can earn 7.91% with regular native BTC stacking at StackingDAO, or 7.24% with yield in SBTC. The top 3 stacks token gainers on stxtools.io over the last 24 hours are UAP. Big news coming from them with a game development and some partnerships with FlatEarth. SAI and Welsh Corgi Coin are the top 3 gainers on stacks for the last 24 hours. And we get that information over at STX Tools. If you are interested in investing in Stacks tokens or the Stacks ecosystem, STX Tools is a great place to go to do some of your own research on the tokens available on the Stacks ecosystem. On the Stacks calendar for today, we had an issue with spaces. It looked like it was going across the whole network, but I don't know if it was just us. A couple other people had issues, but I saw other people's weren't having problems. We couldn't get our space to launch, and when it did, it rugged immediately. So there was no whatever morning space. I'm actually super bummed. I didn't get to hear Binta's smiley voice this morning, and so I'm stressed and frustrated about that. We have, as always, our Monday through Friday show, 8:30 a.m. We come on, we do the news, we talk about what's going on in the ecosystem. At 9:30, the Game Master joins us, and we play Find2Earn rounds. Huge shout out. We did have our jackpot round. Someone won $100 worth of meme coin. Meme is a specific token on a meme token, meme on Stacks, and someone won $100 worth of meme yesterday with our bonus jackpot. So you have opportunities to win today. I think the jackpot round is back to $20 worth of meme. We also have $10 rounds worth of Rue, Leo, B Pepe, Bitcoin Pepe, FlatEarth, and Fact Fun as well. So a bunch of opportunities to earn and win and play with us today at 9:30. That's coming up in a little while. Friendly reminder, you do need to share out the live stream if you are playing with us, so make sure that you do share that out if you're interested in playing. And we have Leather Lounge at 11 a.m. today, and the Zest Hall is at noon. Hermetica Hangout is at 2 p.m. Building on Bitcoin with Bitflow at 3 p.m. And as always, at 7 p.m., we have the DeOrganized nightly show with GP and friends. Great stuff last night on there, and super excited to see what they got for us tonight. So that is on the DeOrganized.media calendar. You can go check that every day, by the way. The schedule is listed. It's public. It's out there. It's front-facing. And just double checking the Stacks event calendar to see if there's anything on there that we don't have on our schedule. And let's see what we got here. Crypto Expo Dubai is going on today. So that's something you can learn more about over at stacks.co in the events section on stacks.co, and give you links to follow for where to go to participate or follow what's going on at Crypto Expo Dubai, which is happening today. And that is the calendar for the day. If you guys do have a live stream or an X Space or event, single event or a series of events that you want us to cover, head on over to DeOrganized.media, set up your own basic user account, and then let us know. We'll add the show to the calendar. And once the show's on there, you can self-custody episodes, times, scheduling, and all of that. And it's also a way to promote it. And once it's on the calendar, then we can read it out to our audience the day of your event. So it helps get some cross promotion. It lets our audience know that what you have going on. And maybe get some more people to turn out to your show. Head on over to DeOrganized.media and set up your account today, and we'll gladly shout you out. Coinbase and Ripple, according to new reports, stablecoin giant Circle is in advanced talks to be acquired by either Coinbase or Ripple in a deal that could exceed $5 billion. The acquisition would dramatically alter the stablecoin market, giving the buyer deep control over USDC. This could signal an arms race for stablecoin dominance as crypto firms vertically integrate ahead of regulation. Personally, I would much rather see Coinbase than Ripple acquire USDC, and I suspect Circle would also prefer that. Just a hunch. I have no reason. I have no news on that. Just I would suspect that Circle would prefer Coinbase being in control of one of the largest stable coins available. Bitcoin futures, open interest in Bitcoin futures has reached a new all-time high, indicating heightened institutional involvement and trader confidence in BTC price stability. This trend coincides with Bitcoin's surge toward all-time highs, signals increased leverage and hedging activity. Analysts view this as a healthy sign of market maturity, even as volatility remains a risk factor. Yeah, watch out for those volatile remains that they can get you. Bitcoin surged past 107.5 on May 21st, just shy of its all-time high of 109.14. This price action reflects surging institutional demand, increased ETF inflows, and overall bullish sentiment across global markets. Analysts believe Bitcoin could test new highs within days if momentum holds, supported by positive macro trends and renewed capital inflows. Moody's downgraded the U.S. credit rating from AAA to AA1, citing rising debt levels and growing political instability. The downgrade has increased treasury yields and added pressure to equity markets. Investors are reacting by seeking safer or non-correlated assets such as gold and Bitcoin, which has seen renewed demand during the macro turbulence. China's central bank has cut its one-year loan prime rate to 3% in an effort to reignite economic growth amid sluggish demand, trade friction, and a weak property sector. This marks the first rate cut since October and reflects growing pressure to stimulate both consumption and lending. The move could influence global liquidity and impact emerging market risk. I'm going to skip the ETF flows because I don't think I updated that from yesterday. There was inflows for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, significant inflows for both. I got the information, I just didn't transpose it into the system here. Not that big of a deal, but it is net positive inflows for both continued, and I would expect more of that, to be honest. Stacks roadmap. This was the big news yesterday, and I can't cover it all in one blurb here. We'll talk a little bit more about it once I bring on the panel. But the newly released Stacks roadmap outlines a sweeping set of initiatives driving the next wave of Bitcoin Layer 2 innovation. Priorities span core development, the evolution of SBTC, and ecosystem-wide DeFi expansion. Key highlights include sub 10-second finality, clarity to WASM compilation, stacking simplification, and institutional grade custody for SBTC. A light paper later this month will unveil trustless SBTC design, enabling users to maintain self-custody of their BTC. With 20 million plus in recent total value lock growth, Cap 3 on the horizon, major wallet and bridge integration in Q3, and stablecoin deployment in motion, Stacks is positioning itself as the most advanced and secure Bitcoin L2 in the market. Boy, has it. The roadmap reflects a community-driven commitment to scalability, self-custody, and sustainable adoption. Stacks, the team has they knocked it out of the park with this. They really, absolutely, they covered everything. All the things that I wanted to hear were there, and a bunch of new information. One of the most interesting things is you're going to be able to stack your SBTC. It'll be two-way stacking. You'll be stacking stacks and SBTC. So you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin stacking and earning rewards there. Awesome stuff. More integration for SBTC, more functionality for the network, faster, better experiences for users, and improved tooling for developers and builders. It's amazing. It's actually amazing. It's what's going on with Stacks is next level. If you guys aren't in Stacks, you need to wake up. Not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor, but friendly advice from somebody who, if you're in crypto, look at Stacks. Do not fade, fam. Do not fade. Oh, I got my hat sideways. There we go. I love Stacks. I really love Stacks. Like I really do. I think it's and you should definitely be there. In all the news, by the way, tomorrow is the next raise for Cap 3. Stacks ecosystem is unlocking another 2,000 BTC worth of capacity for SBTC, bringing the total to 5,000 BTC. With previous caps filling fast and recent opening of SBTC withdrawals, this next phase fuels the growing wave of Bitcoin. We're very, very much expecting that to go rapidly. So if you are looking to bridge some Bitcoin into Stacks, pay attention. Tomorrow is an opportunity to get into some SBTC and start deploying your Bitcoin into real Bitcoin DeFi, which is happening on Stacks and growing significantly and rapidly with a bunch of tremendous ecosystem players and protocols that make it all possible. Also, super bullish on the development side of things and the app layer of things being built out. Love what Zero Authority DAO is doing with on-chain reputation and gig marketplace, peer-to-peer gig marketplace. They've announced their V2 launch is coming this Friday, May 23rd. Happens to be my birthday, by the way. Coincidence, maybe. Or it's just a way for them to give me a nice gift for my birthday. There will be some bounties on there from all sorts of ecosystem partners. We will have some DeOrganized bounties on there as well. So make sure you're checking out zeroauthority.com. And really great stuff going on over at Zero Authority. BoostX, Crypto Dude, and Crypto Smith have been just absolutely killing it with their advanced development of BoostX. The BoostX Chrome extension gives it users the ability to send and receive Stacks, Bitcoin, and other Stacks tokens and NFTs directly through X. It's new ways to engage with your community, to reward people for tuning into spaces, to reward people and give them a boost for making good quality content posts for your project or other projects that you're interested in. BoostX is changing the game on how we can integrate Web 2 and Web 3 social interaction. Love what's going on with BoostX. Rozar's Charisma platform is also another thing to go check out, innovating all over the place with different ways to swap. He's got his Blaze subnet that's adding super fast transactional speed, all tied into the Stacks ecosystem, and adding a bunch of new possibilities for user functionality and development on the Stacks network. Fact.fun, Rafa's Fact.fun has launched a new way to launch meme tokens. It uses the standard bonding curve functionality, but adds a twist where there's this pre-launch seeding phase where users interested in the project and whoever's developing the project needs to find users that will back the project. They have to have certain number of seats purchased, which requires some Bitcoin up front. The Bitcoin up front basically provides some liquidity initially and shows that there is interest in the project. Once the seeding fills up and the cap is reached for how much BTC needs to be put in, then the token goes to bonding curve and there's a vesting schedule. It's really great. I'm very interested in what Rafa is building. some other cool stuff too. You can actually bridge, if you miss the cap raise, you might be able to bridge some Bitcoin in for SBTC over on fact.fun as well. BNS1 is the place to go get your BNS name. BNS names allow users to basically represent a Bitcoin ID. It connects to your Stacks wallet, so you can actually transact directly with a BNS name instead of getting the normally long and hard to remember wallet address. And there's all sorts of new functionality with the BNS zone file development. You're going to be able to carry more information along with your BNS identity, and that starts over at BNS.1. Find2Earn games, I already mentioned, but we have Find2Earn games every day on DeOrganized with the game master Xenitron from Skullcoin, sponsored by a bunch of amazing partners in the space. And all the best meme tokens have sponsored rounds. Some of the protocols have sponsored rounds early on. Huge shout out to Hermetica, by the way. They were an early sponsor of ours, and we love what they're doing. But Find2Earn is another way where we're engaging. We're utilizing BoostX for distributing payments, and we're engaging with the audience. And that happens at 9:30, just in a little over a half an hour from now. So you guys can stay tuned. Make sure you share out the stream if you're interested in playing. You do have to do that. Boom Wallet also is launched, and you can actually head over to boom.money/reserve to check out the subdomains on Boom. Boom is a smart wallet that's focusing on smart shops, so you can do Web3 commerce directly on Stacks with Bitcoin and Stacks and SBTC, and that's happening at Boom Wallet. You can actually go to boom.money to start participating now. If you are a builder on Stacks, you can actually head over to stacks.co/build/get started, and that is where you can get access to developer tools, beginner guides, and full app building resources. Whether you're new to blockchain or an experienced builder, you'll find everything you need, including opportunities to get paid to build. Don't wait. Start building on Stacks today. And just before I bring in my homie, let me just get a quick word in for our amazing marketing partners in the ecosystem. StackingDAO is the leading liquid staking platform on Stacks. StackingDAO is changing the game by letting users earn up to 10% APY on their STX while keeping their assets liquid. Unlike traditional staking, their unique design means no minimums, and users start earning rewards immediately, so there are zero switching costs when moving from other stacking pools. Plus, you've got options. Choose to get your rewards in STX or SBTC, whatever fits your strategy. If you want to start earning yields today, head over to StackingDAO.com and jump on in. StackingDAO is where liquidity meets opportunity. And another one of our amazing marketing partners is Bitflow, the top DEX on Stacks, letting you trade native BTC, STX, SPTC, USDC, runes, and more all in one place by aggregating prices on Alex, Arcadico, and Villar. Recently, Bitflow rolled out flex pools, launching with STX to support liquid staking assets, offering flexible deposits, smarter rewards, and deeper liquidity. And now there is the first ever Stacks on-chain Zeely campaigns with Zeely, with Bitflow. You can head over to Bitflow, head over to Zeely and look up for Bitflow if you don't have the direct link. And you can participate in a number of onboarding events that help you learn about the Stacks ecosystem, learn about what's going on, some of the projects in the ecosystem. And we even have a daily Zeely campaign where you can earn bonus points every day. You tune in here, we're going to give you the password. Today it's Flow with Us. You get bonus points on Zeely every day by tuning in. We give this password 4 times during the show. It takes 20 seconds to get over there. So there's no reason for you guys not to be earning these points. Get over to Zeely, start participating. Flow with Us is the password for today. With that, I'm going to bring in our friends. Good morning, GP. How are you doing today, my brother?
Good morning, man. Happy hump day. Feeling
Happy
bullet.
hump. Yeah, I love that that StackingDAO shirt you got on there.
Yeah, me
Fly.
too, man. Yeah, dude.
That's one of the highest quality merches I've got, by the way. Super, super quality t-shirt right there.
Clean. Yeah.
And good morning, Melanie. Melanie representing the Fortnite this morning. What's up?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good, good. I like the hat. I haven't played Fortnite in a minute. I've been too busy, but it's I dig it. I really dig it. Good morning.
No one sends any merch from Stacks. So
can you get it in South Africa?
Yeah, I spoke to Adam, who then spoke to I can't remember. God, I've been talking to all the time. Sorry, I've just forgotten her name. At the foundation. Shannon.
Shannon.
So I spoke to Adam, then I spoke to Shannon, and no, they don't ship here, but America can ship here. So Shannon's had it sent to her house, and then she's gonna send it personally to me. So I'm getting some Stacks merch.
Let's go.
So if anybody else wants to send me merch, send it to Shannon, because she sent me a box. Woohoo!
Yeah, so what do you guys think about that roadmap discussion yesterday? I know we got into it on DeOrganized Nightly, but the dual stacking is crazy.
Dual stacking is crazy. The target for $1 billion total value locked by the end of the year. Real quick, I want to shout out some Chads in the live chat before we get into the discussion, though. Shout out Freddie. I haven't heard from you in a while on the chat, but I love Fredated and his Stacks Africa project. Shout out Phoenix Green. What is up from Decred? Shout out to Marty Quantum, Marty Greenspan. What's up, Marty? It's been too long. We got to get you on the show soon. Shout out to Isaac. Isaac was killing it on Find2Earn yesterday. Great job. And good morning, Nobody Famous. How are you today, sis? I love seeing her. It kind of has the same vibe as hearing Vinta's voice for me, which I didn't.
Vinta and Nobody Famous are the two queens.
Yeah, they bring the high vibes.
That's right.
I'm going to send Maddie the link. He can come chat with us if he's available.
So the roadmap was just such an incredible, I just felt so inspired. Like this idea, we went through such a low point, kind of, when was it? Like maybe towards the end of last year, the early part of this year, I can't remember quite, when the marketing group got set up. And there was this kind of like, we weren't having interaction. It just was this felt like there was Stacks, the foundation, the builders, the community. Everybody just felt disjointed. Yes, it's when we did Stacks Link. That's right. And then there was kind of feedback to Trust Machines and Foundation, whatever. And there's just been so much more interaction, right? Since that kind of whole thing. And just watching it last night and just hearing Manib say, that we're building something, we're part of building something that is so much bigger than we can even imagine right now, because we do this on a day-to-day basis. We pitch up and we hear. So it kind of feels like, I don't know, we're so close to it. Didn't you feel like that? Didn't you feel like at the end of that town hall, like, let's go? I just want to.
Honestly, I almost at the end of listening just to Manib's section. I was
blown away.
I was blown away. I was not really expecting all of that, and there's so much to unpack with it too, like what is it? What are they calling it? Dual stacking?
Yeah.
That is crazy because it is, you can actually stack your BTC now and earn yield in a whole nother way. I'm assuming that's going to be with SBTC, but I'm not even sure exactly how it's going to work, and it won't even matter. Yeah, whatever their model is, I'm sure that it's just very, very interesting to integrate further BTC into the process and create more functionality for Bitcoin, which is the whole purpose for Stacks. Stacks was designed to create smart contract functionality for Bitcoin proper, and they're killing it. They really are. They're killing it.
And you know what? I think because it's DeFi on Bitcoin, using kind of, something that really doesn't exist anywhere else. So it's kind of inventing DeFi, or creating a new kind. You know what I'm saying? It's not the things that Stacks allows you to do with Bitcoin. I don't even think we can quite imagine yet what is going to happen. And like I said, it's reinventing a new kind of economy, taking DeFi into the next level. I love it. Really excited about it.
Yeah, they said they had like a technological breakthrough is the way that it was put. So
yeah, exactly.
exciting to see what the gigabrains at the core level of Stacks have kind of discovered with like what you can do with Bitcoin and the Stacks network. It's set to be announced on Friday is what they were aiming for. So I mean that Zero Authority launching on Friday. Tomorrow we have the SBTC cap raise. A lot going on.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
There is a lot going on, and we've been waiting patiently for a lot of this. I wasn't expecting all of this. I really wasn't. I'm happy with the cap raise and the talk about WASM, and I know we're getting more value locked in here, but this is bullish beyond what I was expecting. And I've been super bullish on Stacks anyway. Like, just think of all the things that a year ago we were behind on. We had
that's
10
why
minutes
down and out in the dumps, was because we kind of had this huge buildup, to Nakamoto and to SBTC, and then it was, and for I remember from, everything kind of stayed very much the same. We had like this huge NFT boom, like at the end of 22, I think it was. So there was all this excitement about you. Were you there, GP, with the initial NFT kind of Megapont crash punk?
No, I was there like directly after. So
I feel like I remember you around that time, but obviously it was
like right after all of that.
Project Indigo came, so it was Megapont, Crash Punks, Nonish, and Project Indigo. They all kind of came out within, like, say, 4 to 6 months. But I mean, remember, so we had this like radical NFT boom, and then ordinals came, and then it just got like we were waiting, like nothing else kind of happened. And now this last couple of months has just been mind-blowing, really. So exciting.
It's been, exactly. And not that there was nothing going on. It's just that the functionality. So when I wasn't here for all of that initial launch of NFTs. And to be honest with you, at that point, I thought NFTs were largely, I didn't think that they were going to be, I can see the potential for what NFTs could be. But at the time, I didn't think NFTs were that. I wasn't that impressed with just an image on chain. I thought it was kind of almost like a waste of blockchain, specifically like the idea of ordinals and everything. And then I realized, NFTs on Stacks are I'm not actually having to use my Bitcoin to create them. That makes a lot more sense because they're still on Bitcoin with the Bitcoin finality and everything. But they're way cheaper and easier to use that way, and more functionality too. So I mean, I realized it, and I started paying more attention to Stacks because I realized that they had all this stuff, but it was slow because it was tied to Bitcoin blocks, and that was an issue. And then I heard that they had this Nakamoto launch coming, and I was really paying a lot of attention to Jack Binswitch at the time, and I started really following him. He had all these articles he was writing all the time. And but I didn't really get into Stacks until early 2023. Really, as far as integrating into this ecosystem, I started paying much more attention like late 23 and into 2024. And then, they're talking about Nakamoto and we're going to have fast blocks and it's going to be amazing. And I hadn't even heard them talking about SBTC at the time. So since then, it's been just a snowball, like really since March, and it got kicked out and they had to push out Nakamoto. Since Nakamoto launched in November, it's just been this snowball effect with one thing after another that they're building. And man, I can't, like, it's amazing. It's really amazing what Stacks has been building out. Welcome to the show, Marty. How are you today, man? Good to see you.
Good times. Yeah. Finished building the swimming pool for the kids yesterday, so you're going to see them running around in bathing suits.
Oh, nice. Warm out your way?
Oh yeah. It's getting to be summer. Yeah. Are you guys talking about Nakamoto 1? Is that?
No, we're talking. So Stacks launched their roadmap update yesterday. They had a big, like the town hall meeting, and they went over all of the things that they're building out on the ecosystem, and it's some really cool developments as far as on the new roadmap. So Stacks, as of a year ago, so Nakamoto was the project to increase block speed. So it was supposed to launch in March of 2024, right around the halving, and March or April, and it got delayed. So previously, up until like November, when it actually did launch, Stacks had like the same block time as Bitcoin, because Stacks transactions, finalize on the Bitcoin.
I remember,
block.
yeah.
So Nakamoto was the project to increase Stacks block times, and they've gotten them to consistently be like 10 to 15 second blocks, which adds a lot more functionality to the ecosystem. And it's only been since November that we've had this. And shortly after, and there was a lot of projects building on Stacks with the idea that they would have these fast blocks coming. And because it got delayed for several months, a lot of consternation and everything in the ecosystem. It made things a little bit challenging because builders couldn't ship until the block times got, sped up, and
Sure.
and it got delayed significantly. So there was a lot of tough times to get through. And then, Nakamoto came in November. They launched SBTC, which is a one-to-one pegged in. Right now, it's a trust mitigated bridge, but it is going to be basically completely self-custodial, peg in, peg out Bitcoin. And there's tons of Bitcoin DeFi
Get pegged,
protocols and stuff.
Bitcoin's going to get pegged.
Bitcoin has been pegged. It is pegged.
You heard it here first.
Nakamoto 1 was what got me into Stacks. Nakamoto 1 is a Lunar Crush side project where they actually sent Bitcoin to the moon. So they released their NFT series surrounding their lunar launch on Stacks. So I bought a bunch at the time, and then I actually managed to cash out almost all of it around like 280. So yeah, it was a good profit for me.
Well done. So I don't know if you know the finality of the Nakamoto 1 project, but just before they went to the moon, because there was a lot of the project didn't mint out because they were kind of expensive when the NFTs, like they actually dropped the price to super cheap and minted out.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people, it was actually a great event. A bunch of people participated. I got a couple Androids myself in that.
You get your Android? You get an Android?
I got like 4 of them because of the way they did it. Yeah, the way they made it, it's like they dropped the price to super cheap to participate in like the last couple of days. So there was a ton of Stacks transactions at the time. It was really great. We actually had Joe from Lunar Crush on the night show last week.
He's very active in quantum economics. He comes on our streams fairly frequently. So he's got some amazing insight. I mean, they have so much incredible blockchain data and Twitter data and just got trending and everything like that. We actually plugged all of the Lunar Crush data into Cora so that she can also like be in touch with market sentiment.
Nice. Yeah, Lunar Crush is a huge asset, by the way, for social intelligence.
Yeah, and the fact that they chose to build on Stacks, I mean, they didn't have they could have chose any blockchain to do the NFT series. They, you know, anything that they do their research over there. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And
It looks like they dropped me like 2 million droid coins as well. I'm just looking at now that we're talking about it, I'm looking at my my leather wallet over here. Happy to share my screen. Like, I don't know what that's about. Droid coins, 325.
Yeah, those are everyone that participated got an airdrop for the droid token. So that is part of it.
So there's my Android. Are those?
Shout out Bitcoin Faces.
Yeah, and then the roux that you gave me, my son last time, that belongs to him. I'm not
nice.
that. But how do I sell these droid tokens? I mean, what's 320?
You could.
Airdrop.
I think they're trading on Bitflow and Valar and Alex. I'm not sure if they're on all three. But I'm 99% certain you can trade them on Bitflow or just go to Bitflow and they'll aggregate it. They'll find you the best swap rates on wherever Alex or Valar or Arcadico.
Why is there no price movement? What's up with that?
That I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of trading on it right now.
Got it. Okay.
That was they dropped those. I want to say it was a couple months ago now that they like shortly after the moon ride. Yeah, they
didn't know about it. And this is crypto, man. Like suddenly you look in your wallet and there's like $300 that you never knew about. But like, and that happens even with even larger amounts sometimes. I'll never forget. The first one was Ripple coins, which later were rebranded as XRP. They gave me 1,000 of them for free. And like suddenly, like they're worth $1 a token. I'm like, okay, $1,000, easy money, man, easy money.
How'd you get? I never got free Ripple. I did buy some in 2017, and it shot up to like $3, and I sold it. So I didn't have. It was only like a few $100. Nice. I wasn't that into it back then. But it was, yeah. I didn't know they were doing airdrops to people. You've been part of the in crowd for a long time, sir.
It was about 2013, 2014. One of their executives came to eToro, where I was working at the time, and gave us like a presentation on distributed ledger technology. And I remember very vividly like the imagery where he's pointing at like nodes and like stuff like that. He's like, well, we're gonna, completely revolutionize payments in the banking system and everything like that. In 2017, I was featured in an article of Business Insider. The author, Oscar Williams-Groot, he was one of my favorite journalists at the time, quoted me as saying that the Ripple coins were indistinguishable from securities from the customer's perspective. So people actually thought they were buying stock in the Ripple company, whereas they're actually buying a utility token. A week later, they came out with the rebrand to XRP, right? And they're like, okay, it's not Ripple coins anymore. Now it's XRP coins, and now there's a difference between the company and the coin. So that I felt like I had some sort of hand in that one.
Well, I just want to say hi. We haven't met, Matty.
Hi.
I'm Melanie.
Nice to meet you. Love your hat. My son loves Fortnite. I went through a phase for a while. Always landed on the bridge. So there's like 3 chests there, and then walked over to where the gold was at.
Yeah, that's probably a few seasons back. So that bridge isn't there anymore. I haven't played in a long time, but when it first came out, so I want to say my 16, almost 17-year-old was probably like 12. How long has Fortnite been out? Like, is it 5 years already?
It's been a while.
Long
I
time.
played a lot when they were my I still had more kids in the house, and I played a lot. And then I started like, I would just kind of go on and play by myself, and my my wife would be like, "What are you going and fighting the fifth graders again?" you know, it's like, and I'd be like, "Fifth graders," but it's a fun game. It really is. It's very interesting.
I love it. Our whole family plays together.
Hi, or how are you today? You're gonna play some Find2Earn with us again today, or too having too much fun in the pool? I heard you got a pool.
From who?
I wonder.
Oh, it's big news. It's big news in the crypto
This is
space.
news. We're on the news channel. This is where we get the news from.
Yeah. Just a minute. We're having technical difficulties over here.
No problem, man. I love it. This is actually you can't get this anywhere else. You're not getting this on CNN, I'll tell you that. But huge fan of Lunar Crush, huge fan of Nakamoto One. I donated a couple stacks, not a ton, to that project, and then we also did put some fresh dry sock on the moon. Fresh dry sock is
Sock.
So there was a group that made a token called Moist Sock. And the ticker is Moist on Stacks. And so, being diabetic, it's really dangerous for me to keep, moist socks. That can be a danger. So I was like, this isn't right. We need some fresh socks. So there is now fresh socks and moist socks, and they are both on the moon on the Lunar One.
So yeah, there's a total of $300,000 worth of assets on the moon right now.
Yes. All amount of those stacks were donated by DeOrganized Media.
2 Bitcoins. Yeah, 59,000 stacks. I don't know what SBTC is. Buzzcoin.
SBTC is the pegged in Bitcoin on Stacks.
That makes sense. Okay. And then Buzz is the new Lunar token that they rebranded into a community. I still have a bunch of those because I invested. I was a seed investor in the Lunar token.
I didn't hear any. This is the first I've even heard about Buzz, so I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah. They're building like a kind of community around it. So they've integrated like 5 or 6 different services that are all using Buzz and just making it easy, and it's on Base. Oh, cool. Free Ross DAO. Somebody advertising that, and I guess, well, now that he's free, what are those worth? Who's going to be buying free Ross now that he's free? $85 of gas stuff. And yeah, but anybody can send, there's the public wallet addresses. You can send whatever assets you want to the moon, just like that. So the lunar rover sitting there.
Who created this project? Like, how did it, I mean, I know it exists, but I just
Lunar
can't
Crush.
remember the origin story.
Yeah, I'd love to take more credit for it. I knew about it very early. I was one of the first people to know about it. But Lunar Crush, Joe and John decided that they're gonna take Bitcoin to the moon. Then they partnered with Lunar Outpost, who frequently kind of sends up payloads and stuff like that, and then they put it on a SpaceX rocket. On a lunar, they basically strapped the private keys to the lunar rover, and they had this whole minting ceremony. They destroyed the laptop afterward and made sure that nobody had access to the private keys. And now it's up there, and anybody can go up to the moon, unscrew the screws that are concealing the private keys, and there's $300,000 worth of assets there, 2 Bitcoins. So maybe not worth it today, but in 10 years from now, who knows? That could be worth 30 million.
Yeah, you're gonna see a new space race.
in a couple of years, a flight to a moon is going to be like a flight across the planet. So I mean, it's not very far, in fact, to what is it, 30 miles or something to the moon. So it's
This
probably
is the first interplanetary treasure hunt ever.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wag me in the house. What's up, man? How are you today?
Pretty good. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
I guess good kitty is a good afternoon over there.
Yeah, it's time 3:30.
Oh, Mahdi too, right? You're like Central.
4:30 over here in Israel.
Oh, you're West. Yeah. So that's right.
Okay, you're in Israel. I was curious where you're from. All right, because you're swimming. Yeah, well, I'm in Africa, Cape Town.
Oh, right on. I have 2 co-founders in Cape Town. Matt Rich and Kyle Lloyd are building Coro with me.
Are they South African or have they just moved?
Do
Okay.
people move to South Africa?
Yes,
Okay.
loads of people.
I
Hell.
don't know. Going the other way. Mostly. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
No, we are in Cape Town. It's largely foreigners. It's a lot of foreign.
Right on. No, my parents like to visit over there. They're actually in Africa at the moment on safari. They love that kind of stuff. They visited Victoria Falls yesterday, and then they're on their way to Addis Ababa.
What's new with Quantum, Mahdi?
We're good, man. We're good. We've got the website integration happening. So I'm happy to show you. You're able to log in with MetaMask now.
Oh, nice.
So we have, as you know, the partnership with Unstoppable Domains. This is our website, and these are all of the awesome people that are on our network. You're on there. I'm gonna find you.
I see you, East Coast.
And there we go.
That's me.
So you can
a little bit of an older picture now, unfortunately, like in true realtor fashion.
So you should have access to the back office as well as pinned in our Telegram group. You can just log in and change your picture, move your pin on the map around, change your flags, your social media, your bio. You can put links in your bio as you like. Even very happy to put your DeOrganized media on the partnerships here because I don't believe that you're on there yet. So all you need to do is send.
Probably not, because we weren't as developed back when I joined you guys.
Yeah, so just send me a logo for DeOrganized media and the bio and any relevant links, and I'll get you on the partnerships.
I will definitely do that. I'll probably send it on TG because they support better.
Yeah,
better
exactly.
files.
So by quantum domain, you can get right now. So these are some of the premium ones that are featured: 0.quantum, point.quantum, flux.quantum, only $100. But then I believe I have one for you. I don't know if you claimed it yet. You could just
I might. You know, I don't remember. That was a little while back too, right?
Your favorite username, and then yeah, you can get your favorite username.quantum for $10, and then once you are holding that into your MetaMask, that is your login into the site. We're building out the quantum directory now, so everybody can easily everybody who's a member can easily message other members and see who is part of the network. After that, the plan is to really make it into a startup hub where people can create new projects, kind of pitch their idea and get other members who are kind of interested in building with them. As well as integrating with shows like yours and many others that we're running around the world, and having like really a content driven hub here where people can like kind of post the spaces or YouTube links in advance before they do a show, and then that'll be a nice way to get people back on the site, consuming content on the site, and just knowing what shows, because we have like between DeOrganized Media, BitcoinLive DB, Quantum Spaces, Quantum Insights, and everything like that. We've got 2-3 shows running a day, so just a wealth of like content happening. So we'll make sure that there's an easy way to access that through this site. Still in concept, still under development, but I believe it will be under development for many years to come.
Yeah, you're never done, right? You're never done anyway with stuff like this.
No,
yeah,
you don't stop building, man.
Yeah, right. It's like owning a house. You're never done. You're always got a project, and or when you're done with that project, there's always something else. So it's the same thing, man. But I love it. I love what you're building over there, and thank you for joining us. It is time for Find2Earn. We have the Game Master in the house. He is here in his true form. How are you today, sir?
Dear mortals.
I'm gonna hop out. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you for joining us today, man. Always a pleasure, bro.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
I am, like, eternal as ever. Let the hunt begin.
Let's go. We have 6 rounds today. We have rounds for RuCoin, LeoCoin, Bitcoin Pepe, FlatEarth, FactFun, and Meme today. We have a lot of opportunity for you guys to play and earn. Rule number 1, share out the live stream. That's important. You must share out the live stream in order to be eligible to win. We have whitelist rounds for new players starting first. And for those of you that want to be added to the whitelist, you must comment below a game round or in the live chat to let us know. We can get you added to the whitelist round for brand new players for tomorrow's games. We've got a lot of interest in people. We're onboarding new winners. We had a couple of new winners yesterday in the open rounds as well. So lots of stuff going on with Find2Earn. We're super excited about that. Zenny, who's the sponsor for the first round today?
We'll play double Roo round.
Double Roo round.
Brew.
Let's go.
Mr.
We
Wagner,
are
you wanna play?
Roo. What?
Mr. Wagner, you wanna play with us?
I'll have to jump in a little bit, but I will stay and watch and commentate with y'all.
Okay, nice. Could you make countdown to 0? Just count down to 0 on any language. Could you make it for us?
GP, you want to share or you want me to?
I'll share.
So me count down to 0?
Yeah, to 0. And we
All
start.
right. I think I know a little bit of French. I can try it out here.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go, man.
But I'm doing it in reverse, so it's like extra hard for my brain. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, let's go. The hunt begins.
Good
We have
job.
double round for newcomers. Also, I added Melanie if she wanna place. Let's go. You have just to find the rule. It's very easy.
I've been reduced to a new player again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you get preferential treatment, Mel.
Yeah, when you win, you up. When you not win, you are new player.
Downgraded.
Guys, make sure you like and reshare the game round. That is also a rule requirement.
Share the game, share the stream. We become bigger. We have like whitelist growing every day. We have more than 50 players wanna be joined as a first time. Yeah, we are big.
I imagine too, Zenny, the more that people share, it probably increases like the reward pools because more people are going to want to advertise. So
That's exactly right. The
Yeah.
more
That's how it
viewers
works.
we get, that's why people should be inviting their friends. Number one, it's fun. Like when somebody else wins, everyone's happy for them. You know, when it's not, obviously it's PvP and only one person can win the prize for the round, but it's also a very socially engaging, fun atmosphere here. So the more people you bring, the more fun we can have, but also the more viewers we get, the more round sponsorship we can get, the bigger the prize is, and the more everyone has opportunities to play.
We just spreading. We just becoming bigger every day.
Did GP shave? It looks like a different kind of goatee going on over there.
Yeah, I shaved yesterday.
When's Waggy gonna fill in the goatee?
Gotta clean it up.
I kind of have that facial hair where it's like it tries to get there, but it never achieves it.
My oldest son has the same thing. He's tried every so often. It just doesn't connect, which is weird because I've had like full facial hair since I was like 14 years old. Like it just came, you know. So it was.
I'd do a beard if I could. I think that'd be kind of cool, like a wizard's beard or something.
A wizard.
Yeah. Did you see that meme I posted the other day on the stream? It said, "Be right back. I'm watching a live stream." This is the wizard watching the stream.
And I love that.
Okay, we have one winner for the first rule game and still no winner for the house. Okay,
right.
The game is keep going. Let me share to you PeaceLoveMusic. The next game will be for flat. It's called Plane Glitch. You have to find the plane that crashed.
All right.
It makes me, like a week ago, I went down the rabbit hole. Do you all remember, what was it, MH370, that flight that they never found? Like, have they ever found any details on that? I think it's still
was that the one over like in the Pacific, like Indian Ocean, like over.
I believe so. Or like
the one that disappeared mid-flight.
Yeah, like
they never found the box or anything, the black box or anything.
Nothing. Yeah, it's like the weirdest thing ever. I want to say it was like 2011, and they were flying off the western coast of Australia, and that was the last that their black box pinged. Weird, especially in like 2011.
So this is the image for the next round I'm showing you guys right now. Sorry, Mel, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
What were you saying?
No, I was just saying I've seen so many like, you know, conspiracy theory videos about that flight. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Like that it was taken by, you know, like zapped by aliens and...
Zapped by aliens? I'm surprised they haven't taken more planes that way then. But
so the next game is easier. The fast fingers will win because, like, obviously there will be only one location with the plane crash. Be ready. We have white list.
Has anybody found the house yet?
What?
Has anybody found the house yet?
Yeah, everyone found everything.
Oh, man. I was trying to find
People are getting good at this.
Yeah,
I remember when it first started.
In the first game, you have just to go for it, to be honest. Like, it's a very easy game to understand the mechanics.
Zenny, have you ever done like a game mode to where, say there's like multiple objects, but you have to find the first object in order to get a clue to find the second object?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We thought about it, but we need to sort how it works because, like, when the person found the first object, it means like he wins something and he moves to the second object. Like it's about the game mechanics, how it works. Yeah, we have a lot of ideas. In June we have the on-chain game coming, and there will be very interesting mechanics. So, and with encrypted NFTs, you know, you can trade this information, whatever.
Yeah, I could see that, or also to where like people want to start working on teams, to where like two people are searching in two different places.
Yeah, but you know, yesterday we have jackpot game. It's collected from the previous days, and we have $100 price. So people, in theory, could play the team, but they have to divide the price. And nobody wants to lose like $100 when you can win it solo. That's logic. But yeah, if the price goes to $1,000, $10,000, obviously there will be a lot of teams, guilds, clans, whatever.
Would be also cool if you had like all the like Vela and StackingDAO and Zest, and they each had a team.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Protocol teams.
Protocol teams. It's like Stacks unites for Stacks Find2Earn. And then people pick their teams quickly. They got to get an NFT to be on the team. So they choose their best one and then.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. That's our goal, but we need to grow bigger before, when we get the more mass adoption and people realize when they play the new on-chain game, the second on-chain game, and we become bigger, we want to push this meta because like this is a community project. This is project with users. If you open the Dex Screener, you will see, I just counted, you will see 96 different blockchains. You know why? Because like from VC is easier to get the money when you build an infrastructure, when you build in some the chain or whatever. But most of them just a ghost towns. There is no users.
Yeah.
And our product, we focus on users with DeOrganized media and with you. Let's go. The next game.
I've got one more thing and then I'll shush. You know what we should also do? Maybe next year is plan for making like a real life Find2Earn at one of the Bitcoin events. You know how people, remember how they used to walk around their phones looking for Pokemons?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's obvious idea, but we should
We
grow
actually
again.
had been, we weren't able to put it together for DeOrganized on the shorter notice that we had once we realized where we were actually official and all of that. But Trip was working on a way to create an NFT that had a QR code that people could mint the NFTs, and then they had to find me at Vegas, and I would scan the QR code, and they would get like a.
That's very cool. I like your ideas much, Mr. Wagman, Melanie, because like we we think in the same way. Since we see this future, just wait and let us.
We're your early R&D team, Zenny. So Wagner and I will just work for free for the first year.
Okay, when we become bigger, we will build together like metaverse, but we should work before. Let us work. Let's go. We launch in the next game. I will count down. So this game with whitelist for the players who win 1-2 times before. I added Melanie, like if you wanna play. Okay, this is game for fast fingers because obviously you have just to open the location and just one click drop yellow payment to the plane crash, share from the street view, and you will win. Okay, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The game is on. And please share and repost the stream and the games. The more players will be, the more viewers will be in the show, the bigger we will be, the bigger prizes will come, the more mass adoption.
Yeah, make sure you like and repost the game rounds. It's very important. So this is a whitelist round for the silver and bronze players. So players that have won a couple times. They're not new players, but it excludes the.
If you see the new game, just like and repost whatever it has. Like, can you play? You cannot play. Just make this meta, push this meta forward because you are very early. Our goal to make this mass adoption, and our main goal to build the strike, the battle system, and you can find these NFTs in the world. You can find NFTs as a gear for your characters. Since this concept is very early. Okay, we have a winner. It's a Dream Chaser. Congrats, man. You are fastest fingers today.
Found it quick.
That was
quick.
We
have 4 more games open for everyone. Be ready.
4 more open rounds. Get back to the Skullcoin page. We are back on the Skullcoin page, and we are waiting patiently for the Game Master to launch the next round. And a huge shout out to our sponsors for the first two rounds. We had sponsorships by FlatEarth. Really excited about their collab with the UAP project and the game dev that they're working on. Awesome stuff there. And again, huge fan of the RuCoin community. Jack Binswitch, the legend of Stacks Legends, a good friend of ours and a part of the DeOrganized as well.
Let's go. Let me show you the next game, PeaceLove. Can you show to everyone?
Yes,
The
sir.
game
Let me
called
just.
The Pepe. Very serious game.
All right. Here we go. This is the zebra. So if nobody famous shows up in a zebra car and a zebra hoodie, I'm gonna be freaked out. So this is what is the zebra car? Is there really going to be a zebra car in the
Yeah,
image?
you have to find zebra BMW.
I like it. I wonder if the words on the side of the building give us a clue as to where the location is.
Yeah, we will go into the deep Russia to find this kind of strange car. So be ready. It will be not so easy.
What does that say? That sign?
Antiques.
Antiques.
No, I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Let's go. Okay, everyone get back from the plane crash and be ready for open game. We can launch two games simultaneously. If you want, we can launch the Pepe game and the Factory Fun. It's called Fuck Mobile game.
Let's do it. I like it when there's two games going at once. I think it gives
two games will be launched simultaneously. The Factory Fun game little bit easier, but you have this actually two cars game. You have to find the car in the Factory Fun. So choose your driver. Right. Pepe or
we're gonna switch the live stream, the live gaming to Orange, so you guys can see how the professionals do it. Orange is gonna share his screen for the next few rounds.
Let's go. Orange, our top one player so far. He has more wins than the second place, like maybe in 2 times. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. At all.
Okay, learn from Orange. Be ready. 2 open rounds will launch simultaneously. You can choose what the game to play. The first person who found location, share the link from Street View, win the money. Free money, let's go. Fair competition, no bots, no AI, no teams. Let's go. Orange, you wanna count down? You are here with us.
Yeah, I'm a bit under the weather today, so if you don't mind.
Okay,
Here I go.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go. The games are launching. Choose the game you play. The first person who find the BMW Zebra car or this fuck mobile car, like whatever, I don't know really. I'm creating game in your house. I'm finding the strangest places in the world.
Okay, let's do this.
So we're watching Orange screen right now, and he's showing us how he navigates it.
He's showing us how he navigates it, and he is the one to watch.
But I mean, you can be playing because the game is open.
Right, these are open game rounds, so everyone can play. You do not have to be on a whitelist for these games.
Yeah, we create whitelist to make competition between like new players, because we have players who played like 5 months straight and they very skilled because they understand how decode patterns on planet. Okay, we have Defy Dictator. He solved the Fuck Mobile game. The Pepe game is still on. Defy Dictator winner for the Factory Fun.
Wow, that was fast, DD. Well done, sir.
Not so hard game, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, Hanif BTC, you are the second. But the DeFi Dictator was faster than you. We have still no winner for the Pepe game.
Is that the one that we're watching? Is the Pepe game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eugene Kira, you have to find exact place. This is starting point.
Yeah, the Pepe one's a little challenging. Not gonna lie.
A zebra car is like camouflage, you know?
But I mean, we like the challenging games, remember?
Oh yeah, well, right. It does. It makes it more apparent that it is a fair competition. It's
Exactly.
it's hard to win. You know, it takes some effort. Sometimes some luck too. You know, you can actually just be lucky, find it just by dropping it. You know, dropping into the right spot at the right time. Despite all of Orange's best efforts to eat your lunch.
I'm just a mortal man.
He's not well today, guys.
Sorry to hear you're not feeling well, man.
Nah, shit happens.
That's true. That is true. Spoken like a real man.
Yeah, that or woman.
Right.
Would
Well,
be ashamed if you lose against someone who's not feeling well. Just saying.
now I'm even more worried about not winning this one.
Gotta like put one out in the ocean sometime, like on a sailboat.
We've had a couple on boats, but they weren't out in the ocean. They were like nearby the land because it's hard to get Google Maps out on too far out into the water.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me, like one of the things I'd like to do for fun is I have a drone and just fly it around. And it's kind of like,
yeah,
here it feels like.
How long does your drone run? Like, what's the realistic amount of time you can have it up in the air?
Mine, the one that I have, you know, I usually get about 30 or 40 minutes flight time per battery, and I have a couple batteries. I'll change it out, and it goes pretty high. I want to say, gosh, what does it get up to? It gets pretty high up there. Like I have to register it with
okay,
the
Orange
FAA.
found it. Let's go.
Orange.
I see the zebra BMW.
Ah, there it is.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that Ghibli image was definitely misleading.
Pure skills, yeah, pure skills.
And oh, so that's a real car. I thought you were implanting the image somehow. Someone
No,
really
no,
has
no.
a zebra car.
This is real game, man.
Congratulations, Orange.
Thank
And
you.
you know, it's especially on the opportunity to throw shade at everybody else that was playing.
You will know that I will use it.
If ever I play The Amazing Race, I'm gonna hit you up, Orange, to be my teammate. If you wanna.
What is the Amazing Race?
It's a TV program where people get like a starting destination and then they got to go through, they like travel around the world and then they get clues. So every new place they get to, they get clues and they've got to do a whole lot of like, you know, they've got to do, what are they called? Like where you've got to like dress up funnily and dance and somebody teaches you, you know, that kind of stuff.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, but the point is you need somebody who's like a good traveler. And you is good with maps and stuff, so I would need you.
Yeah, we would win.
So we are getting back to the Skullcoin page, and we are waiting patiently for the game master to launch the next rounds. We have, so what do we have left? We have Leo. We didn't do Leo, and we have Meme left. So we have 2 more rounds.
Okay, let's go. The Leo double round.
Double
We are ready
Leo
to
round. All right, Orange, are you ready? You guys ready in the live chat? Let us know. Let us know if you're ready for the next round. A launch. Have you gotten back yet?
Okay, it's a double round, 2 pictures. We will have 2 winners. Each will receive 25,000 Leo. It's a big meme coin. Our premier meme coin on the Stacks blockchain. And the
just want to give a quick shout out to Jamie F. From the dog pool saying hi and wishing everyone good luck on Find2Earn this morning.
GL, good luck and have fun. How sports players say, GL and have fun. Let's go. Peace, you want to count down?
Sure, I'll count down. You guys ready? Game launches in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go. Refresh Skullcoin page. Let's play. Share, repost the game, the stream. It's open round. Everyone can win. Just be focused and lucky. Let's go.
We're looking at 2 images here. Guys, make sure you like and repost the game rounds, by the way. I'm seeing a lot of people are liking and not doing the repost. You got to do that in order to be eligible to win.
So it was a brick building. It looked like it was stuck in there.
Fish. There's a fish in a building.
Okay, we have Sir Cunilingus. He found the car, the cat on the car.
All right, the truck.
We have still no winner for the fish building.
The fish building is still up for grabs. That is an interesting image. I'm not going to lie.
Because like the first image with the car was very close to starting location. Okay, we have a winner for the fish building, I believe.
Wow, that was fast.
No. Let's wait. Let me check.
There might be a different fish in a building.
Is there AI tools yet that can analyze Google Maps? Like,
no.
It can find, like Saki just found it in the Google, yeah. But we will let him win since his location is right, because it's a unique location. The ChatGPT 03 version is very good to find the city or like town, you know, but it means it solves the GeoGuessr game. But it cannot solve this game because first of all, you need to find exact location in the nowhere. And second of all, some of images we just redraw to, like, you know, to Ghibli images, and it changes completely situation. So the problem with AI will come to GeoGuessr players worldwide, because now AI can solve. But for AI, it takes like about 5 minutes to find location.
Mm-hmm.
But it cannot find the exact location. It can find like a town, city.
Mm. Yeah, because I've noticed, like, I was playing around with Grok AI, and you know, you can upload images now and ask it questions, and it, you know, it critiques them. Like, one of the things that really surprised me, it was like medical stuff, and what the advancements are going to be in that industry with AI, because it's getting good. So I'm like, I wonder how hard it'd be for it to overlay on Google Maps.
But Google Maps, these photos, like about 100,000 photos, they're in a closed database. It's not open source. Mm-hmm. And there is another maps, like look around. Apple just innovate this thing too. And the main idea and the problem of GameFi, you should understand, if you play in Web3 games, it means like you have to earn from the game value. But the problem that these games will face, like in Solana gaming, I follow all the Solana gaming games, on Sui games, nobody can like build a game with fair competition, because if there is a money, AI will come for you and solve this game. This is the problem. So our goal was, first goal, to build a game that AI cannot solve. This is very hard. Like the game fight, to be honest, in my perception, is a harder than building new blockchain now, because like anyone can build infra, but this is not the product if you don't have users.
Right. It is interesting though, and I think there are definitely things you can do to make it more resistant to AI.
That's why the Bitcoin is a genius like innovation, because in Bitcoin there is a competition that you cannot cheat, you cannot solve. There is a competition between miners to find in the target hash. And this idea we just take from Satoshi Nakamoto and use, like you have to find the coordinates. So you have to decode the patterns on the planet. We have like players like Orange who just very skilled and understand these patterns, the difference of the shapes of the river, whatever. And it's very interesting because it's a game of skill and luck.
Yeah, but I imagine as things evolve as well, and any like potential client-side application authentication will play a big part in that to make sure the right users are being admitted too.
I think it's very hard task to build this like kind of application, because like people will always find how to cheat the system. Because the problem with multi-billion gaming industry, like Valve, like the game Counter-Strike, everyone knows this game, but there is a lot of cheats. Why? Because you download the client. If you download the client of any game, you can cheat this game forever.
Counter-Strike, you're bringing me back. I played that one in the day.
Yeah. I was like
we have one more round for meme coin, correct?
Yeah, let's go. It's a jackpot round, so we will give you 3 minutes. You just have to explore one single park. If you find this location, you will win 6 millions of meme. It's about 15 USD. Be ready. But we will give you time limit, 3 minutes. If nobody will win, the prize goes to tomorrow, and it will be $30.
I think we should have the live chat get back into the chat and count down from the live chat like we did the other day. So we're not going to start the jackpot round until you guys get back into the live stream, into the live chat, and give us a countdown.
Let's go, chat. Great. We have a little bit delay, so we wait for the chat about.
We have a little bit delay. Get back into the live. Get into the live chat. Start the countdown. Fikri says he's ready. Get the countdown going, and you guys will have 3 minutes from the time we launch the round to find it. If nobody finds it within the 3 minutes, the $20 worth of meme goes into tomorrow's round. So it'll be a double round tomorrow. We got little dude in the chat. Countdown. Little dude.
Let's go. The game is on. Little dude across the street might count down.
Excellent.
The game is on. Refresh Skullcoin and play. 3 minutes. Let's go.
3 minutes to win.
This is not so hard game.
Oh, that's interesting.
The little McDonald's umbrellas, and I got my McDonald's coffee.
My money's on Orange with this one. I think he's gonna find that quick if that's
Yeah, the park. Oh, there's a spider web in there.
Are there all these umbrellas in the park?
Yeah, red umbrellas you have to find in the park.
I've always wanted to like dress up whenever the little Google car comes by to record all this stuff for their maps and just like be a part of it. I actually have like my PFP little Mr. Wagme yellow face guy with the mustache. I actually had a mask made once. It was like 2 or 3 years ago for Halloween. And
Of the yellow face Wagme.
yeah. I had to find it. I posted it to X a couple years back when everybody in Stacks was like dressing up as their PFP. So I could just like be on the side of the road and be waving like this.
2 more minutes.
Found lots of people in the park, but I have not found the red umbrellas yet.
Maybe there's multiple parks.
Yeah, Game Master bluffs a lot, and now the players just leveling themselves. Where is the room?
That's a big park there.
Park. He just told us it's not really in the park.
No, I told you like in this single park.
So someone has about 50 umbrellas in their front yard.
Okay, 1 more minute, and the prize goes for tomorrow. It's a jackpot game.
You guys got 1 more minute.
Oh, I think he's getting hot here.
Coordinates. When I drop the coordinates, it means the game stops.
He's got to be getting hot here. This kind of looks like it.
Orange is getting there. It'd be close. I don't see any red things there.
What about in front of the building? Because when they're building in the background.
Okay, 20 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the prize is going to tomorrow.
15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and...
Okay, Mr. Wagner, stop the game. I drop the coordinates. The prize will go for tomorrow. Hunters, focus tomorrow.
No.
That's a good one. I mean, look through a couple different parks or people with really big front yards, I guess. So
just drop coordinates and you will see the place.
Interesting. I love the park. Where is this? This is somewhere in France, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been there?
I have never been. I've actually never been off the East Coast aside from a trip to Aruba, which is still in line with the East Coast. So it's still U.S. East Coast time. So Vegas will be my first trip off of the Eastern Seaboard.
No ways.
U.S. Yeah.
I've been to Vegas many times.
You're not going to make it this year, I heard.
Yeah. Kids' graduation, a whole bunch of festivities, and a couple birthdays. It was like perfect.
You got a graduating child? Not from high school. Really?
Yep.
Wow. I didn't realize you had them that old, man.
Wow.
I feel
big age range.
Is this the first one graduating?
Yes. Yep.
Congratulations,
so
bro.
young.
Really
that is
proud
an
of
achievement. That is an achievement, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well,
there's the umbrellas.
I even feel proud of myself having a son going into high school. So I can't
it's
feel like,
Okay, guys, it's too sunny here. I have to go to Underworld. See you.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, Xenitron. Another awesome episode of Find2Earn. We will have a $40 jackpot round tomorrow for the meme coin round, as no one found the umbrellas today. So, guys, make sure you tune back in tomorrow. We are obviously super excited about going to Vegas. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, check out Andre Serrano's long thread about the Bitcoin roadmap update. It's got a ton of great information. If you guys aren't super bullish on Stacked right now, I don't even know what to tell you, because it's amazing what is being done in the ecosystem and how everything's just lining up It really is. We're doing. We're super excited for all the things going on in Stacks. Any
Been here
final
4
words?
years, and this is like the most I have ever seen anything. So between
It's
was it
right.
double stacking, SBTC.
I was just saying
Double-
earlier, like I've been part of it since 2021, and I promise you, like since like we had this vibe with Megapont when that came,
Yep.
but since then there's nothing. Like I sat yesterday and I just felt the most just this incredible feeling.
It's like stars aligning.
Yeah, and just really, it's kind of, remember all those years with Corey, what's his name, and that whole crew saying it was a scam, and after the Miami coin and all that sort of stuff, and just all these years of kind of people just,
I think a lot are coming to the realization, like how I've always looked at it is Stacks solves a different problem than what Bitcoin solves. And that's why we plug into Bitcoin to inherit, those foundational principles. We're decentralizing the web, information, all that type of stuff. And it's a beautiful thing to see. And there's so much opportunity. Like this is the early days. You could get in here, find something that aligns to your passion and start building it. So many possibilities.
Stacks under $1. You can get Stacks under $1 right now.
It's a steal, dude.
Unbelievable.
Things that are being built right now. Like last night, we played meme roulette. Played on the Blaze.
How did
test.
that go? Who was the winner? What was the project? What was the second?
The winner? Who was the winner? It was the Shark coin. So new Shark coin on Charisma was the winner. It was a lot of fun.
Producing. He earned it.
Yeah. We got to play that. We explored a little bit about BoostX and how they're doing featured artist profiles, being able to interact with the Stacks blockchain directly from X. The space drops are going off. We have the Zest Town Hall today at 12 p.m. There's going to be a space drop for Rue. From the Legend of All Stacks Legends, Jack Bin Switch. I'm bullish, guys. And that Stacks Town Hall really showed me that they're paying attention to the core community, especially when I heard Rena speaking. She really sent it home. I'm looking forward to seeing the ways they incentivize people building here. That's really exciting to see that they're in tune with the core community more than ever before, and that they have a major technological breakthrough. I'm excited to hear about that Friday. So extremely bullish.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember when we started, remember Art on Stacks?
Mm-hmm.
That space. Well, Reese does it now. Reese and 300. Is it 300 that does it? I haven't popped in.
It's Reese, me, and 300 that does it. All three of us.
Yeah. Of course. Sorry, man. I knew it was somebody else. My mind. I don't know where my mind is today. Remember, I couldn't even remember Shannon's name.
I don't sweat shit, kitty.
I imagine there's a lot of people too that have been just building in the background, and we haven't even seen the fruits of their labors yet. The Spaghetti brand, they're the people that did the OG NFTs for Bitcoin whales, goats, all that stuff.
Spaghetti Punks, yeah. Mr. Wolf's one of our. I love Wolfie, man. He's a good dude.
He was one of the first people that gave showed me love in this space, man. Whenever I was creating the GPSC, dude. Whenever I was trying to first think of what my brand was and stuff, he was one of the people that was hey, keep going. There's a place for you here. So I got a lot of love for the Spaghetti Punk Club.
Yeah.
But
they innovated.
Started that. That's what I wanted to just say before Mr. Wagme started talking. When we started Art on Stacks, myself and Nieta, we were the only spaces. Literally, there were I think one or two other spaces happening on Stacks. There was nothing happening, and I remember Nieta and I literally DMing and going, this is so crazy. We'd have 10 people come, and we would even feel embarrassed. We'd be everyone must think we're idiots, because everyone at that time was just ordinals, going for ordinals, and Nieta and I were no, we are sticking with Stacks. We love Stacks. And it's just amazing over the D grants and watching everything over that sort of year or two. I mean, look at it now. There's like people fighting for spaces to put content out.
I have an old recording I can try and find for y'all. Jack and I were doing a space like 4 years ago because I used to do these like Mr. Wagme live spaces. And I think it's just me and Jack in the room and like one other person. And I'm like, this is going to be big one day. And it's so cool just to see the entire ecosystem and like what DeOrganized has grown into. And, even just the builders that come on here and everything they built is beautiful.
It's all happening, and it's happening so rapidly, so much more rapidly than I was really anticipating, to be honest with you. And the only thing that hasn't really happened rapidly is the price action coming up to where it should. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I always want to say that, but I think that the Stacks ecosystem is extremely undervalued for what it actually is. There's so
look at the market
other...
cap. You look at the market cap. You look at the market cap of the Stacks blockchain, and then you look at the market cap of these other big blockchains that have ecosystems. And then what's always been like the aha factor for me is like proof of transfer, our mining mechanism. We secure back the Bitcoin. Our transactions have 100% BTC finality. So we have this ecosystem, this platform to build on Bitcoin. And look at our market cap, and then look at the other ones, and that's always been like, yep, no brainer for me. But, of course, do your own research. So,
right, do your own research. But we have, I know there's a lot of people on Sui, and nothing against other blockchains, by the way, because I think that at the end of the day, there's going to be lots of winners, and Stacks is integrating with other chains now, like Sui and Solana and Aptos and all of the stuff that they're working on. Starknet, actually, I forgot about that one, that they're going to be doing Bitcoin finality now, and they're integrating with X. There's all sorts of projects that are building, but
Stacks a gateway. Are they all using Stacks like Sui and Solana? I remember reading something about that.
They're adopting SBTC, so how exactly it's going to function, where I don't think it'll end up being like SBTC will bridge into their chains.
Yeah, so it'd be like some cross-pollination of like products. One of the other things I saw the other day on the roadmap thing people were posting about, which is mega huge, is, did it say for centralized exchanges, they're going to have SIP10 support?
Yep.
And for those that are hearing that, SIP10 is the token standard for Stacks. So when you look at things like Welsh or Leo or Not, those are SIP10s.
Wow.
So, I mean, for years, we've only, had exposure to, if you interact with the ecosystem being a decentralized ecosystem, but now they're going to, look at that standard. That's mega big to me. So
is that actually happening? Or is that just like talk in the wind?
I only caught half of it, but I saw a repost. I think it was from algorithm.btc. And it looked like he took a screenshot of a slide from their deck that they had, and it says SIP10. So I don't know who, but that's a step forward, big time.
And think about it,
all these things are going to happen. Sorry, GP.
No worries. The ecosystems that are adopting SBTC, that's a SIP10 asset. So whenever they get that framework set out, it kind of you can see where that could go for SIP10s, right? Within other ecosystems. So it's really hyper bullish. And also I saw that they're working on securing a tier 1 stable coin within our ecosystem. So it's going to get really crazy really fast. That whole conversation, it's going to take a few days to dissect all of the information in that roadmap. And I just saw this post from Munib that I wanted to share real quickly since we're at the end of the segment here.
NGP, also, some love to the Hermetica team out there. They did USDH, which is the first Bitcoin-backed stable. I think that's also big too.
Huge, dude. So, he goes through this post, right, and he's talking about the main takeaway is that he's going to be there's going to be announcements over the following week going into the Bitcoin conference from this, all the way up to Tuesday. So this is going to be huge. There are going to be a series of updates on this between now and next Tuesday. Speaking of, since the launch of Nakamoto and SBTC in December 2024, the biggest question I've been getting is what's next for Stacks. So they're going to be getting into it for the rest of the week and going into this conference. Very, very bullish. I can't wait to see like what type of partnerships that they've secured, and also like what they have in mind. Major technological breakthrough isn't a small thing, right?
Amazing.
Everybody's focused on the tech. That's why, like, whenever I came across this years ago, and it was the sense of the community, and then the people that were just genuinely passionate about the technology and what we could build, and that was enough for me. I'm like, because remember a couple of years ago, you guys talked about it a little bit at the beginning. We were on Bitcoin parity, so to do a transaction was literally like 10 or 15 minutes,
sometimes longer.
Yeah, it was brutal. But now, gosh, it's especially when you're doing a transfer now. I think sometimes as soon as I click it, before I even get to my next window, it's already done. Like,
right, often, like almost more often than not, I think.
Funny though, that's actually weird for me. That's taken because I'm so used to sitting, like doing a transaction and then just closing my computer and walking off and coming back like an hour later.
Check it, and you don't even know if it failed until a half an hour later.
Yeah,
that's how it was. That's how it was.
At the beginning, when I first started using Stacks, obviously I'd been on Solana and Ethereum and Polkadot, which are like, and I remember here and absolutely I bought, like when I bought my first Crash Punks, I remember that was the first thing I had done. And I just remember sitting there and going, okay, well now I've just lost all my money. And I think it was 5 that I bought. And then I got so used to it that now when it happens fast, I'm like, oh dear, something's wrong. Oh no, that's what we were going for. So amazing.
I've actually quickly gotten used to it. Like I'm just the expectation is here now. It's going to be fast, and that's very rapidly, like almost like within a couple of weeks of it having fast blocks and consistent. Like I'm used to it. I'm like
shout out to the devs. You guys are doing awesome work.
Stacks devs are doing amazing work, and over again too. By the way, like even the delay. Even the choice to delay the SBTC cap raise, which wasn't necessary, but it's good to be
want to do things right.
Doing it right. There was no reason to rush it. It didn't need to happen last week. And even though there might have been some slight FUD from people in the periphery that don't really know what's going on as to why it got delayed, everyone in the know knows that it's actually a bullish reason that it got delayed, and we're going to have it tomorrow. And it's because that there's some legitimate institutional custodial adopters of SBTC that needed to update some of their processes to be able to function and deploy their BTC into DeFi once they mint. So there's what they didn't say yesterday, which I'm expecting is coming soon, is I don't think it'll be very long before the cap. I don't think there's going to be a cap raise next. I think it's going to be they're just going to open up the cap because it's been proven now. We'll see how the cap raise goes tomorrow. But I think by the middle of June you're going to have a completely open SBTC cap.
I'm calling it right now, like 24 hours tops for this cap to get filled.
Yeah,
with that news about the new institutional grade custody providers and that their clients want to take part in it, like it's going to be big. I think it's going to be less than 24 hours. Cap 2
was less than 24 hours.
Let me throw this out there. Like we see all these institutions engaging Bitcoin from a high level now, right? And they're doing, it's like Saylor, what he's doing with strategy, that how they can.
There's tons of that going. They're starting to do more of that, issuing corporate debt to buy Bitcoin.
So they're doing that, and it's working, right? It's like a successful strategy for them. What if that BTC that they were getting they started using in ecosystems like Stacks, where we're pioneering BTC-Fi.
They can
Like,
just
you're
pick
just
4.5% at Zest. Right. They can just go park it at Zest and earn 4% right now.
And then you could borrow and lend against that. You could borrow USDH against that and get exposure to other assets.
It's gonna happen at some point. They're gonna be like, that's what I'm saying. This is kind of just the time, and everybody, just to what you were saying just now, guys. It's not an ecosystem where, I mean, obviously price action is important, but it's not something we sit and talk about all day. People that come on the show and that we speak to, we talk about tech, we talk about development, we talk about what's right for Bitcoin, what's right for Stacks. And you pretty much go to almost any other show like this, or, on YouTube, and you look at stuff, and it's really just like, to the moon, big yellow writing all over it.
Trust me, bro policies.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas, this has a different feeling to it, and I think it's because this is, I kind of think I wasn't around in the early Bitcoin days, but I feel like there was this almost not an intimate feel, because obviously not everybody knew each other, but it was like, we're here and we're building something special, and at some point people are going to cotton onto it. And I kind of have that feeling about Stacks, like, not that I'm comparing the early development, but I feel like we're all here, and one day we're going to look back and we're going to go like,
it's not incomparable. It's not I wasn't there early on Bitcoin either, but it's not incomparable how Stacks is developing versus, so the early development of Bitcoin was similar to the early development of the adoption of the internet. There was a lot of people building, and everything was open and unexplored. It was all new territory. So there was less restriction, but it was also less clear cut on how to proceed. And that happened also with Bitcoin, and it's taken a while. Stacks has been around for a long time now, but we are starting, the strides are just getting more and more functional as we go. It's just,
there was Bitcoin that was developed, and now the layer on Bitcoin is being developed. So Bitcoin was the kind of foundation, and now that is functional, it's being adopted. The foundation has spread big enough to now start building houses on top of it. And I feel like that's what we're doing with Stacks now. It's like, okay, let's take Bitcoin its next step forward, its next iteration. What is it supposed to look like if it's going to function for mass adoption, as a functional cash system,
right.
In extending that ethos of decentralization to a layer 2.
Here for the ethos. We're here for the ethos.
And one of the things that's evident of like you were saying, there's people that were here for the tech and building. We were just talking about block times. We were in this ecosystem brainstorming, building stuff when it was 10, 15 minutes to do transactions, while other blockchains were doing it like zippity fast. But we knew that we could get there one day. We have to get the foundation right. And that was, that I think that speaks to a lot of, everything that's just coming together. So
it's the dilemma of transaction speed, security, and scalability. And that's really what Stacks seems to have actually solved that. There was a trilemma Munib talked about yesterday, which was a little bit different, but it did, kind of touches on the same thing. Stacks actually has all three things lined up. It has the security issue, the scalability and speed issue, all lined up. And then and
there's an old infographic that's like a triangle, and it has like, I think it's programmability, security, scalability, and the person that can master that is like the, that's like the compass that steers you.
That's the holy grail of crypto. Yeah. And Stacks not only figured it out, but they figured it out while maintaining it being within the Bitcoin ecosystem as well. Like, it didn't try to create it outside of it and create a whole new thing. It created it on top of, which is how it really should be. It's a
one other quick thing too that I think you guys talked about this in a previous show. Did you all see Alex Miller's testimony?
Yes, at
in DC.
To Congress.
That was a moment. That was awesome to see. And in his opening, I guess they call it like opening remarks. In that video, he even said it was like, to the best of my knowledge, Stack's the only one that did this right too. And because everybody was saying come in and register, and a lot didn't even do that. And I think that also speaks to, again, back to that Stack's ethos of just doing things right. And seeing that video, that was super cool. Hats off to all the Hero team and Alex over there. That they're out there just in this work. I couldn't imagine the stuff they had to go through the past couple of years, and they were always just trying to do things right. And it was cool to see them get that microphone and be able to speak to the things that they've experienced.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, man. Guys, this has been great, and I could chat with you all day, but we actually have to wrap because I have a couple things I got to get into before the 11 o'clock shows start happening. We got Leather Lounge coming up at 11 o'clock. We have Zest Hall at noon. Hermetica Hangout at 2 p.m. All the protocols have their shows today. We got Bitflow show at 3 p.m. Then tune in to GP at 7 p.m. And don't forget Bitcoin and Beyond tomorrow at 12 with Melanie. Going to be a great show. Who are you bringing on again?
Ezra.
Ezra.
And Ezra is from Sovereign, which is an indie art label. And we are going to be deep diving Sense, the ordinal Sense, which I am obsessed with, as you guys know. I think I bring it up every so often on the show. So it's a really interesting story. He's, the artist is Rutherford Chang. He's the late Rutherford Chang. And Ezra is going to just be talking about the vision of how Sense came about.
GP, you got anything going on in the StackingDAO and or Zest Discords today?
Yeah. So after the Zest Town Hall, we will be doing a screen share. We do a weekly screen share every week after the Zest Town Hall, where we kind of deep dive the different DeFi plays within the Stacks ecosystem. We're going to be covering the Stacks roadmap discussion that was taking place yesterday, kind of deep diving some of this roadmap and, talking about what's going on within our ecosystem. We also cover other builders and founders within the ecosystem, what they're working on. We also go over token metrics too. So jump into the screen share. We often do giveaways and sponsored giveaways. Big shout out to our sponsors, to the Zest Meme Coin Sprint, Rue, Leo, Flat, and Skull. Get into the Zest and StackingDAO Discords. There's a lot going on. Tomorrow we have our weekly Pokemon League tournament. So we play Pokemon TCG Pocket together, and there's prizes to win in STSDX. So there's a lot going on in Zest and StackingDAO. So look forward to all of that.
Awesome. And just wanted to touch base for those that don't know, if you're looking to learn more about onboarding into Bitcoin or learning more about how to use it as a newbie, you should definitely head over to Block9 or introducing it into your business. You should head over to Mr. Wagme's Block9 project. He can actually help you out with integrating Bitcoin use in your business and or just learning how to use it as a new wallet adopter. And that's a block9.com
app. Yeah, I did the .app just in case we start building applications in the future too.
Sure.
Yeah. And the newest thing too, if you land on the homepage, I created a button that says for businesses, just so like there's only one page they can go to and they can like see all the different things, or if they just want to get like an accepted here sticker. So make it easy.
So if you are a Web2 business, an established business, and you're looking to get into Bitcoin, check out block9.app.
Right.
Do you help? Like if you've got a Web2 website selling products, then you would be able to help somebody kind of.
Yeah. So The goal is to kind of act like a.
Sorry,
Go ahead. Sorry.
This is like.
Sorry. Go ahead. I got a delay in my end.
No. I was just. I know Peace wants to end the show, so I'm sorry. I asked her. I feel bad.
Oh,
damn it,
yeah,
Kitty!
Damn it!
Oh, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. We're not. It's all right.
Just very short. The goal is to act like a consultant or a service provider. So if you do have a business that's in the space, Web 2 or Web 3, maybe you're Web 3 and you're looking at Bitcoin and Stacks, or you're not in the space at all and you're looking at Bitcoin and Stacks. It's to be that resource to tell them, maybe you have certain products or services that are in your traditional world portfolio today that could be an NFT, like a coupon, or use NFTs as subscriptions, or you just want to figure out how to accept it. It's to be that trusted advisor to them.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I've taken part in one of these Block 9 seminars, and they are like very informal. I learned some stuff myself, very, very well put together, and I recommend it for anybody. Go check out block9.app.
Amazing.
Appreciate the love, all.
Yeah, man.
Awesome stuff. I really dig it. I'm getting into my DMs and ignoring the conversation here, so I gotta wrap up. I got stuff I gotta catch up on. Thank you so Wagme, always a pleasure, man. Orange, I hope you feel better. I hope you're feeling better, man. Thank you for hanging out through the end.
Thank you, guys.
Melanie, I love the Fortnite hat. I don't care what Orange says about it. I think it's awesome. And GP, guys, get out to the StackingDAO and Zest Discords and join if you're not in there, because those are the places to be if you're looking for more information on DeFi, Bitcoin DeFi especially. Thank you all for tuning in today. Another great episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live on BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting, every Monday through Friday. You all have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.